What if the real reason you feel unsteady on your feet, struggle with stairs, or fear falling isn't just aging, but what you're eating or not eating? Millions of older adults are slowly losing leg strength every day without realizing it, and the cause is more silent and reversible than you think. Most of us aren't warned when we're younger, but over time, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. Your leg strength controls your independence. Walking across the room, rising from a chair, climbing a flight of stairs, these basic movements can quietly become battles. You notice it one morning as you're getting ready to leave the house. Your legs feel heavy, like they're resisting every step. They tremble slightly. You step onto the stairs, and halfway down you have to pause, gripping the handrail. Not because you're tired or lazy, but because something deeper is shifting. This slow decline often goes unnoticed until one fall changes everything. And it happens far more often than you might think. Every 11 seconds, an older adult is hospitalized due to a fall caused by weak legs. Behind each statistic is a story of lost confidence, pain, and a hard road to recovery. But here's what you need to hear clearly. Weak legs aren't something you're destined to live with. It's not inevitable. It's not irreversible. As a nutritionist who's worked with hundreds of adults aged 50 to 90, I can tell you this with certainty: what you eat can either accelerate weakness or rebuild strength. You don't need expensive treatments or extreme workouts. The solution may already be in your kitchen. In fact, just 4 simple, affordable foods can dramatically improve your leg strength, support your joints, and enhance your balance in a matter of weeks. I've seen it firsthand. Maria, age 76, thought she'd never walk without a cane again after falling in her bathroom. But after just 3 months of targeted nutrition, she was confidently walking through her local plaza, smiling. Jose, 81, struggled to stand up without shaking. Today, he climbs stairs with ease. These aren't exceptions. They're examples of what happens when you give your body the right support. Because your body isn't failing. It's just waiting for the fuel it needs to function at its best. And that starts with food. So don't go anywhere. The first food I'm about to share doesn't just help rebuild leg strength. It also improves sleep and mood in the days ahead. And before we dive in, leave a comment below and tell us where you're watching from and your age. It helps us connect and reminds us why this mission matters. Let's get started. Food 1, chickpeas. Years of working with older adults has taught me this. Some of the most powerful remedies don't come in a bottle. They come from the most overlooked foods. One of those hidden treasures is the chickpea. Also known as garbanzo beans, chickpeas are one of the best natural foods for restoring leg strength. They're rich in plant-based protein, which your body desperately needs after age 50 to maintain muscle mass. That's because as we age, we naturally lose muscle through a process called sarcopenia, a gradual decline that often starts silently in the legs. It can make your balance feel shaky, reduce your endurance, and leave your joints vulnerable. But chickpeas help fight back. Their protein supports muscle repair and growth, while their high fiber content stabilizes blood sugar and reduces inflammation, 2 critical factors for healthy, responsive leg muscles. Adding chickpeas to your meals even a few times a week can begin to reverse the muscle loss you may have thought was permanent. And we're just getting started. Including chickpeas in your meals regularly can do more than just fill you up. It can actively slow muscle loss, helping your legs become stronger, more stable, and better equipped for daily movement. But that's only the beginning. Chickpeas are loaded with essential nutrients like magnesium, iron, and vitamin B6, each playing a critical role in how your muscles function and recover, especially as you age. Magnesium and vitamin B6, when combined, create a powerful duo for your muscles. They help reduce cramping, ease stiffness, and combat that all too familiar heavy leg sensation. These nutrients also support your nervous system, ensuring smooth, efficient communication between your brain and your muscles. That's what allows your legs to respond quickly when you need them. Whether you're standing from a chair, stepping off a curb, or walking across the room. Scientific research supports this too. A 2019 study from the University of Murcia found that older adults who ate chickpeas at least 3 times per week had 22% less muscle loss compared to those who didn't include them regularly in their diet. That's not just a number. It's a life-changing difference in strength, stability, and independence. It means more confidence with every step, more freedom in daily life, and fewer worries about slips, stumbles, or falls. And these benefits aren't theoretical, they're lived experiences. I remember working with Jose, a 74-year-old man from Seville. After suffering a fall on the stairs, he came to me not looking for painkillers, but for a real way to rebuild the strength in his legs. Together, we focused on simple dietary changes, starting with chickpeas. We included them 3 times a week, tossed into hearty stews, mixed into crisp salads, or stirred into warm, spiced soups. Just 5 weeks later, Jose was walking confidently around his neighborhood again. The shaking in his knees was gone, and he no longer struggled to rise from his chair. His progress was living proof that something as small as a humble legume can have a major impact. For most of my clients over 60, I recommend starting with about half a cup, roughly 125 grams, of cooked chickpeas per serving. When eaten multiple times a week, this small step can lead to measurable improvements in leg strength, energy levels, and overall mobility. Simple, affordable, and delicious. And perhaps the best part? Chickpeas are endlessly versatile. If you like snacking, try roasting them with a bit of olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs like rosemary or thyme. They become crispy, flavorful, and incredibly satisfying. For lunch, toss them into a salad with chopped cucumbers, red onions, and fresh parsley. Then drizzle with olive oil and vinegar for a refreshing Mediterranean meal. If you prefer warm, comforting dishes, simmer them into a spiced soup with turmeric, black pepper, carrots, and celery, creating a dinner that's not only soothing, but also promotes circulation and eases inflammation in your legs and joints. Here's a helpful trick if you prefer using dried chickpeas instead of canned ones. Soak them overnight in water with just a pinch of baking soda. This small step helps break down phytic acid, which can interfere with nutrient absorption, especially iron. For older adults, better iron absorption can mean fewer dizzy spells, less fatigue, and stronger blood flow to your legs. It also makes chickpeas easier to digest, helping avoid the bloating or stomach discomfort some people experience. It's a tiny adjustment, but one that makes a meaningful difference in how your body uses what you eat. By making chickpeas a regular part of your routine, you're doing more than improving your meals. You're investing in your legs, your balance, and your future. Let's move to the next food, one that surprises almost everyone. Yet it holds a hidden power to strengthen your legs from the inside out. Food 2, pumpkin seeds. Let's keep going, because this next food doesn't just support muscle strength. It targets one of the most frustrating and often overlooked issues affecting older adults: nighttime leg cramps. If chickpeas are the foundation for building muscle, then pumpkin seeds act as the fine-tuning tool, supporting the nervous system and helping muscles and nerves communicate calmly and effectively. These small, crunchy seeds might seem like a simple snack, but they deliver an impressive dose of nutrition with far-reaching benefits for your legs and your sleep. At the heart of their power is magnesium, a mineral essential for smooth muscle coordination, proper nerve signaling, and most importantly, cramp prevention. The problem? Many people over 50 are unknowingly deficient in magnesium, even those who eat well. That deficiency can result in symptoms that are subtle at first: restless legs, mild twitching, stiffness, or feeling unusually drained after even light activity. But pumpkin seeds offer more than magnesium alone. They also contain zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, nutrients that help reduce joint inflammation, support cartilage health, and keep your legs feeling flexible and resilient. If you experience swollen knees, stiffness after walking, or a general sense of discomfort in your feet and lower legs, these seeds might be one of the most valuable additions to your daily routine. A 2020 clinical study from Complutense University of Madrid showed just how effective they can be. In the study, adults over 55 who ate between 30 to 40 grams of pumpkin seeds daily for 6 weeks reported a 31% reduction in nighttime leg cramps. Even more impressive, participants also improved their balance and coordination, performing better on simple tasks like standing on one foot without swaying or losing stability. These aren't just numbers. They represent real, daily improvements. Feeling steadier on your feet, sleeping without interruption, and waking up without that lingering tightness or soreness that can make mornings miserable. And I've seen these kinds of results firsthand. Carmen, a 68-year-old woman from Zaragoza, had suffered from severe calf cramps for years. Almost every night at 3 a.m., sharp pain would jolt her awake. It left her exhausted, frustrated, and desperate for relief. She had tried everything: warm baths, massages, stretching routines, but nothing worked long-term. So I suggested something small, just a handful of roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds each afternoon, eaten consistently. Carmen started including them in her daily routine, usually around 4 p.m., and stuck with it. Within 3 weeks, her cramps began to ease. By the 6th week, they were nearly gone. For the first time in years, she woke up feeling rested. No tightness, no tension. Just calm, refreshed legs ready for the day ahead. And the benefits didn't stop there. As her sleep improved, so did her daytime energy, mental focus, and motivation. She began walking more often, even picking up a short morning yoga routine, something she thought she'd given up forever. For most people, I recommend about 30 grams of unsalted pumpkin seeds per day. That's roughly 2 tablespoons. They're incredibly easy to include in meals. Sprinkle them over warm oatmeal for a bit of crunch. Add them to salads for texture and extra nutrients. Stir them into sautéed vegetables, or simply enjoy them on their own, lightly toasted for a warm, nutty flavor. There's also a simple trick to get the most benefit from them. Eat them between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. This timing gives your body enough time to absorb the magnesium and begin regulating your nervous system before bedtime. It's a small shift, but it can lead to noticeable improvements in relaxation, reduced muscle tension, and more restful, uninterrupted sleep. Sometimes the best results don't come from drastic changes. They come from smart, consistent habits. Adding pumpkin seeds to your day is one of those simple choices that delivers real relief. It's affordable, sustainable, and incredibly effective for easing cramps, improving muscle control, and helping your legs feel more relaxed and energized. This tiny food might be exactly what your body and your sleep has been waiting for. Now, let's move on to a food that not only protects your leg muscles, but also helps rebuild them even after years of gradual loss. Food 3, seaweed. Now we're getting to the heart of what really matters. This next food might catch you off guard. It doesn't grow in fields, gardens, or orchards. It comes from the ocean. Soft, delicate, often paper-thin and easy to overlook, seaweed may not seem like a nutritional powerhouse at first glance. But don't be fooled by its gentle appearance. This ocean-grown plant holds powerful properties that can rejuvenate your joints and rebuild bones that may have been weakening slowly over the years. Have you ever noticed a popping sensation when you rise from a chair? Or perhaps a creaking noise in your knees as you twist, step, or climb stairs? Many people chalk it up to aging, but these are actually early signals from your body. They're subtle warnings that your joints and bones are thirsty for nourishment. They need hydration, repair, and structural support. And nature, once again, provides a remarkable answer. Seaweed. Specific varieties such as wakame, kombu, sea lettuce, and brown algae are especially rich in organic calcium, iodine, and anti-inflammatory compounds like fucoidin and laminorin. These nutrients aren't just ordinary, they serve multiple essential functions. They support stronger bones, reduce joint swelling, shield cartilage from wear and tear, and even help the body produce synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that cushions your joints and allows smooth, pain-free movement. A 2021 study published in the American Journal of Community Nutrition found that women over 60 who consumed seaweed 2 to 3 times per week had up to 16% greater bone density than those who didn't. That's a significant difference, especially when you consider how fragile bones can become in later years. One small fall can lead to a major fracture, especially in the hips, and recovery can take months or sometimes never return fully. Maintaining bone strength isn't just about comfort. It's about staying independent. I remember one case that stays with me: Maria, a vibrant 70-year-old who had once been a yoga instructor. Years of arthritis had worn down her knees, eventually forcing her to stop teaching. For her, the hardest part wasn't just the physical pain. It was losing her flexibility, her balance, her freedom of movement. When we started working together, we didn't just rely on medication or stretches. we turned to her kitchen. We introduced seaweed into her meals in ways that felt natural and easy. Warm miso soup with wakame and tofu. Light seaweed salads dressed in a touch of vinegar. Nori sheets wrapped around rice and vegetables for lunch. At first, it didn't seem like much had changed. But by the second month, the transformation was clear. Her knee pain eased, her flexibility began to return, and she was able to hold gentle stretches again. The stiffness she once thought was permanent had started to melt away. Today, Maria still includes seaweed in her meals a few times each week. She says her joints feel more fluid, her balance has improved, and her energy is more stable. That's the power of consistent nourishment. No drugs, no invasive treatments, just the right foods at the right time. And the best part? You don't have to overhaul your diet to experience the same results. Just 2 to 3 servings of seaweed per week can make a noticeable difference in how your body moves and feels. Add wakame to your soup. Sprinkle dried seaweed flakes onto your salads. Or use nori sheets to wrap steamed vegetables, rice, or grilled fish for a light, mineral-rich meal. Here's a simple kitchen tip to boost the benefits even further. When preparing seaweed broth or soup, add a few thin slices of fresh ginger and a drop of sesame oil. This combination not only deepens the flavor, but also improves calcium absorption and supports digestion. That's especially helpful for older adults who may have slower metabolism or sensitive stomachs. Seaweed may be humble, but its effects run deep. It helps replenish bone density, reduce inflammation in the joints, and restore the kind of fluid motion that many believe they've lost forever. With each bite, you're supporting the very structure that carries you through life. Your legs, your hips, your spine. So don't underestimate this ocean vegetable. It may look delicate, but its impact is powerful. Seaweed is more than food. It's a healing guide, gently helping you reclaim your balance, your confidence, and your freedom. Let's move on to the next food, one that many people already love. Yet few realize just how much it can support your legs, your joints, and your energy throughout the day. Food 4, avocado. And now we come to a food that might already be in your kitchen, yet its power is often underestimated. This one doesn't come from deep oceans or wild mountain terrain. It grows quietly on trees, soft to the touch, subtle in taste, and deeply restorative for your body, especially your nerves and muscles. If you've ever felt tingling in your toes, numbness in your calves, or like your legs are moving but your brain is slightly disconnected from the motion, avocado might be the missing piece. These aren't just strange sensations, they're signals from your nervous system, often pointing to undernourished peripheral nerves. Left unchecked, they can gradually erode your balance, coordination, and confidence in movement. Avocados, with their creamy texture and rich taste, are more than just a trendy food. They're a neurological ally. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, which strengthens nerve membranes and improves communication between your brain, spinal cord, and lower limbs. That means smoother movement, sharper reaction times, and fewer moments where your body feels out of sync with your mind. Beyond healthy fats, avocado delivers potassium, vital for maintaining fluid balance, supporting muscle contractions, and preventing cramps. It's also rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect delicate nerve endings from age-related degeneration and oxidative stress. In 2021, a study by the American Institute of Nutrition and Geriatrics found that adults over 65 who included avocado in their breakfast at least 4 times a week experienced noticeable improvements in balance, posture, and lower body control within just 6 weeks. The impact was especially strong for those who had felt off balance while climbing stairs, rising from a chair, or walking across uneven ground. One story I'll never forget is Miguel, a 79-year-old retired schoolteacher. He came to my clinic concerned about the numbness in his feet. It made him feel unstable and unsure during his daily walks with his grandson. We made one small shift. We replaced his sugary breakfast with something nourishing. A slice of whole grain toast topped with mashed avocado, chia seeds, and a splash of lemon juice. It didn't take long. Within 4 weeks, Miguel returned to my office smiling. "I can feel the ground under my feet again," he said, "and my grandson's footsteps right next to mine." It wasn't a miracle. It was a consistent, nutrient-rich breakfast that gave his nerves what they needed to reconnect. If you'd like to start this journey yourself, try including avocado in your meals 3 to 4 times a week. Use about 1/3 to half of the fruit per serving. Mornings are ideal, but they also work beautifully as a sustaining afternoon snack. Spread it on toast, dice it into a quinoa salad, blend it into a smoothie with banana and almond milk, or wrap it in whole grain tortillas with leafy greens. Here's a small but powerful tip. Add crushed walnuts, chia seeds, or a pinch of ground flax on top. These additions increase your intake of omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E, both of which further support nerve health, joint protection, and full-body inflammation reduction. Don't underestimate the quiet strength of avocado. It may be soft, but it acts as a protective layer for your nervous system, helping stabilize your balance, energize your muscles, and bring confidence back to your steps. It's not just food, it's fuel for freedom, a reset button for your lower body, a gentle guide towards smoother, stronger, more connected movement. And now you've seen the power of just 4 specific foods: chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, seaweed, and avocado. These aren't exotic or expensive. They're accessible, simple, and incredibly effective. By including them in your routine, you're not just supporting your legs and joints, you're actively investing in your independence, stability, and daily energy. Don't wait until you're leaning on a cane or relying on someone else to help you move. Start now. With just one small choice today, maybe it's avocado on your toast or a warm seaweed broth with dinner, you're strengthening your tomorrow. If this video helped open your eyes to something new, give it a like. It lets us know you're walking this journey with us. Share it with someone you care about, a friend, a parent, a neighbor, someone who deserves to move with strength and stability. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Boost, your home for weekly videos that support your mobility, confidence, and quality of life after 60. We're here to help you stay active, balanced, and independent, one simple step at a time. Tell us in the comments, have you already been eating any of these foods? Or is there one you're most excited to try? We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you in the next video. And remember, every meal, every choice, every step is a chance to grow stronger. Stay with us. Senior Boost is just getting started.